The LG VH13 user here, and today I'm doing a video about Apple, so I'm on TheVerge.com here, and today I'm going to be talking about the 2018 iPad Pros. Apparently these 2018 iPad Pros are coming bent, so that's not good, so let's go check this out. So it says Apple's Vice President says 2018 iPad Pro meets or exceeds quality and flatness standards. Okay, so yeah, here's a example of a bent iPad Pro. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's kind of bent. If you guys can tell, it's probably hard to tell that it's bent, but it's kind of bent a little bit. So it sucks that people spend all this money and they get a fucking product that comes to them bent. Like, what the fuck, Apple? I mean, I get this shit happens, but if you guys want people to buy your shit, like, don't send them shit that's bent. Like, come on, no one don't want that shit. People wants to have people want to have shit that is perfect to them and not bent and not fucked up when they get the shit. So I mean, come on, Apple, like, this is ridiculous. So let's take the shit out, and yeah, shit's fucking ridiculous. So it says here's days after Apple confirmed to The Verge that some of its new iPad Pros devices might come with a slight bend or curve out of the box. A senior executive has reiterated that the company stands by the tablet and its premium build quality. Okay. Apple's Vice President of Hardware Engineering offered the most informative response yet on the matter late Thursday night when he responded to a customer email saying that the 2018 iPad Pro meets or exceeds all of Apple's higher quality standards of design and precision manufacturing. We have carefully engineered it in every part of the manufacturing processes precisely measured and controlled. End quote. 925 Mag published their email in its entirety, and Mac Dreamer says it has verified its authenticity. 925 Mac editor Benjamin Mayo tells me that the message was sent back to multiple people who emailed Apple over the same who emailed Apple over the issue. Okay. I'm probably and I'm getting this guy's name wrong. His last name is Riccio, I guess. I say the guy's last name, but says his email goes on to say that Apple's current specification for iPad Pro flatness is up to 400 microns, which is even tighter than previous generations. This 400 micron variant is less than half a millimeter, and this level of flatness won't change during normal use over the lifetime of the product. Note, these slight variations do not affect the function of the device in any way. We'll see about that. It's possible that the flat sides of the new design make minor bends easier to spot but then they get high, or the iPads have all slicker edges. Yeah. There's the new iPad right there. It's kind of bent, if you guys can tell, it's kind of bent. But it's hard for me to tell. It's kind of hard for me to tell. It says Enriquez does not contradict or deny The Verge in this report that some iPad devices are shipping from the factory with a bent in their aluminum chassis, which the company says it's the result of a cooling process during the manufacturing of what is an extremely thin and lightweight unibody aluminum device. So the cause of the bending of the iPad Pros stems from the cooling process during manufacturing at the factory. That's what it's being claimed here. That's probably what it is. But, I mean, dude, in his note, Riccio said that the Apple's official stance on the iPad Pro would be provided to media today, likely meaning yesterday, Friday, but no statement was provided as of Saturday morning. It's possible that Ricky's email contains part of this forthcoming statement, as the font abruptly changes in a way that suggests a section was copied and pasted. Riccio mentions that the first story did not include a company statement. Apple declined to offer a formal statement to the Verge on Wednesday, but confirmed that the issue and dismisses the notion of it being a defect. If a product comes to you bent, it's a fucking defect. Like Riccio, the company was adamant that any bend will not worsen over time or negatively affect the iPad's performance. Apple has since not followed up with the subsequent request for comment. So it says that that any bend would not worsen over time or negatively affect the iPad's performance. I kind of disagree with that. Okay, because if you have anything bent, the components inside the iPad could bend too, and that could fuck up the iPad and shit. Because you don't want to fucking stress out the components inside the iPad or anything electronic that matter. You don't want to stress it out. You don't want to bend it or anything like that. You want to have the components straight and perfect as possible. It shit being bent, no. And it says that this bend will not affect iPad performance or getting worse over time with bending. After that initial response, many were left frustrated and disappointed that it seemed that Apple was shrugging off iPad Pro units coming bent. However minor the curve might be, by the box, deeming it unacceptable for such an expensive product. At this point, the company has not launched a replacement program for the iPads outside of the standard return window. And there continue to be reports that there continue to be reports of customers apparently being charged for replacement iPads, such as this one from Macworld. So, Apple has not launched a replacement program for the iPads yet, and hope that they do. Hope that people will not get charged, and hope people get brand new fucking iPads, not new refurbished shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's saying that some people are being charged to get their iPads replaced. It's not their fucking fault. It's Apple's fault. I mean, you should not be charged to get your shit replaced. If it's in the return window, which I think it's like 40. I mean, if it's like 14 or 30 days or something like that. I'm not sure. It's something like that, I guess. Shouldn't be charged for it. Even if it's in the 1 year period, you still shouldn't be charged because you know shit still shouldn't be charged. It says that the person who wrote this article said that they get the sense that Apple thinks this whole situation is overblown and undeserved distraction takes away from an otherwise great product. I mean, I'm be pissed off at people. I'm be mad as hell if Apple replaces people's iPads with refurbished devices. I'm gonna be mad because that's not fucking fair. People spend all this money on iPads and this shit comes bent to them. That's not their fault. It's Apple's fault, and they get the shit replaced and they're getting charged for it, and they would get a refurbished iPad. Fuck that. Get me a new iPad Pro. Kiss my ass after that. So I hope that when Apple launches that replacement program, people will get brand new iPads. I'm hoping they do. Because this whole shit's bullshit. People should not be paying hundreds of dollars and getting a product that is fucking bent. Fuck that shit, man. This is the most interesting part about Enrique's email is that he publicly divulges Apple's acceptance tolerance for flatness on the 2018 iPad Pro, which is 400 microns. The person who wrote the article said that they're not in possession of either other iPad Pros anymore, so they can't grab a micrometer and measure to see whether the one picture above would have fallen into the spec. But Riccio data point lacks some context, including span and what point in the iPad Pro's construction process the 400 micron measured applies. For now, the person who wrote this article is this: their device is to purchase an iPad Pro. If you choose to purchase an iPad Pro, give it a close look right away to be sure that your iPad Pro isn't bent, which most likely it will be if you guys get an iPad Pro from Apple. Apple currently has an extended holiday return policy through early January in the United States, so returns shouldn't be much trouble. If you're satisfied by what you see, and if Apple is correct and this isn't an issue that exacerbates over the course of normal usage, it's still a little early to make the call. You will have a pretty superb tablet in your hands. So basically guys, the 2018 iPad Pros are coming bent from Apple's factories. Not acceptable. No. Apple has not launched a replacement program for these yet, and when they do, people better get brand new fucking iPads. Brand new iPads out of the box, not bent, none of this shit. If they get a refurbished iPad Pro, I'm gonna be pissed. Because people spend hundreds of dollars on these things, and they get it shipped to them bent, and then they get it replaced and they get charged for it. Like, fuck that shit. I don't know how much the iPad Pros are. I don't know how much they are, but they're not cheap. They are expensive. So yeah, I'm hoping Apple will fix this shit, and hopefully people will get brand new iPads that are not bent. Because I mean, I get no product is perfect. I get that, but when you guys order something or get something, you expect it to be perfect, rather than box. You know what I'm saying? Because that bent, it doesn't matter how minor the curve, it should be a small curve or a giant curve. It could have impacts on the iPad Pro. It could have performance issues. It could strain the components, so it could fuck up your iPad later down the line somewhere. So, do you keep that in mind? I haven't heard anything about any iPad fucking up because of this, but all I know is Apple needs to fix this. And Apple, like, come on, dude, y'all gonna fucking send people iPad Pros that are bent? People pay hundreds of dollars for this shit. Like, nah, fuck that. I mean, I do think the 2018 iPad Pro is very nice, even though I'm not a fan of Apple. I think it's very nice. I think it looks alright. It does look alright. And it coming bent, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable at all. And you know what else ain't acceptable? People are getting charged to get your shit replaced, even though they're getting the shit replaced. As Apple's the bending thing is Apple's fault, not theirs. So you're paying X number of dollars for the iPad itself, and then you get it and like, oh shit's bent, and then you send it back to Apple and they charge you X number of dollars to get it replaced. So if you guys get an iPad Pro for Christmas, double check the iPad Pro to see if it's bent. If it's not bent, keep it. If it's bent, send it back. Right now it's obviously Christmas time, and Apple has an extended holiday return policy through early January 2019. So if by chance your 2018 iPad Pro comes to you bent or anything like that, send it back, get another one, or get your money back. Do that too. And if you guys order an iPad Pro, if you guys are thinking about ordering an iPad Pro, Or if you guys want one, keep the confirmation emails, the tracking numbers, the receipts, and if your thing does come bent from Apple, take a picture of it and send it to Apple. So do that. So I mean, this is ridiculous, and I hate the fact that people are being charged to get their fucking shit replaced when the issue is not their fault. It's Apple's fault from the manufacturing process. Apple needs to fix this shit, man. I mean, come on, man. So, yeah, man. Have you guys ordered a 2018 iPad Pro and did it come to you bent, or did it come to you perfectly? So, this shit sucks ass for people who spends a lot of money on this shit and shit comes to them bent. Like, come on. So, I want you guys to hashtag Bendgate. So do that. So hashtag that in the comment section of this video. So, shame on you, Apple. Shame on you, Apple. Shame on you, Apple. You fucking dumbass. Like, you fucking going to send people iPad Pros that are bent. I get the new device is perfect, but I get the fact that nothing is perfect. But when people get something, they expect it to be perfect out of the fucking box. So, guys, what do you guys think about this shit? So, Apple, you are a dumbass for doing this shit. So, hopefully that when Apple launches that replacement program, people will get brand new iPad Pros, not refurbished devices. So, yeah. So, hashtag Bendgate. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. You guys, it helps me out a lot. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.